masterstroke. Pure genius. How Carlton got rid of their one-man forward line, and instead of having all their eggs in one basket case, they've thrown up the most unpredictable attack since Pearl Harbor.
Kick a goal, Saturday does.
They've replaced Fev with an Irishman who kicks funny, and three little people who the fans call Satanta's little helpers. Who are these three amigos? There's Fast Eddie, of course, and Buddy Franklin's cousin, Jeff. And there's Yaz, the slickest one of all. On Manic Monday, the Amigos rifled 9 goals, laid 13 tackles. But Port Power has its own magic now. And you can bet Choco has been up late working out how to corral the three Amigos. But before you can lasso those Amigos, you've got to be able to catch them.
So out come the Blues. Beautiful day in Adelaide. Real big build-up. Power have been terrific. 5-2. And Carlton were outstanding last week. In fact, they started to hear Brett Ratten joins me. Brett's just thinking 4 weeks ago you came here probably out of form and you turned your season around.
Yeah, it was, it was the ground that really got us going, and it's something about confidence and I suppose the attitude of the group, and it was really pleasing.
Has it felt like a really short week this week for you guys?
Yeah, fairly short, but I think, with the way the game is and the preparation, we knew it was going to be a short week, so we planned. Training was down a little bit, but, the boys are up and going, so we're ready to go.
You came in here on Friday night and trained here. Is that normal when you come to Adelaide?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, nothing's changed for us, so same procedure.
And so much spotlight on the Indigenous players, on those brilliant forwards. I mean, have you had to talk to them about that this week?
Not really. I think it's about the consistency of the group, not just the individuals. So we spoke about how we can maintain that across the board and from week to week, and we've had some drop-offs, so it's really important for us.
Should be a terrific match. All the best, Brett. Thanks for your time. Brett Ratner, up to you, Dennis.
Yeah, good on you, Bruce. So Port Adelaide coming out onto the ground now. A record of 5-2, and fair to say they're surprising a few people. Of course, today missing their champ, Warren Treadway. Number 6, Daniel Pearce, outstanding last Saturday against the Bombers. Glorious day, as Bruce said. Should be a terrific game of football. Both these sides like to score and score quickly. And speaking of outstanding, David Schwartz is with me. Nice intro, that one. Carlton have played some outstanding football in the last 4 weeks, Dave.
Yeah, their last month has been outstanding, except for that one quarter against Collingwood. They've won all their quarters, and I think they'll be delighted with that. Juddy's been back for the 4 weeks. He's had 119 possessions, averaging 30 per match. And there's no coincidence that when he's back in the side, they're playing well. That makes other players play well. Satana's last month has been great. He's hit his 9 goals and he's had an average of 12 possessions. So when Juddy's playing, Carlton are playing well.
The coach and the captain going out for the toss. Umpire appreciation round. Both these sides base their success on speed.
Fantastic, yeah, same with you.
Thanks, Chris. Cheers. Thanks, Brett. Okay. Okay, Chris, this is Mark. He's going to do the toss. Okay, so it's your call. So where we go? Tails. That's a head. Okay, cheers.
Whole lot of shaking going on. Kasisi wins the toss and will go down towards the giant scoreboard end of the ground. So let's take a look at the Port lineup. 2 changes. I mentioned Treadway. Nathan Cracker is also out of their team.
Yeah, coming in, Schultz during the week, they're touting him as to fill that void. I'm not sure he can do that. He's a good player, but he's not a Treadway standard, but he's just got to be competitive. Hitchcock, he's a clever player. But Port Adelaide side, it's clever. It's unique in many ways because it's not the traditional hit-up. They've got some wonderful forwards, and this bloke, Westhoff, I'm not sure if he's a true forward, a wingman, or where he is, and I think that's the trick that Port Adelaide have, where they've got players that can play either up forward, down back, or in the midfield, and they don't look out of place at either spot. Ebert's a ripper, but Robbie Gray, he's the one that seems to light them up. He's the class up in the forward line, and now that his body's back to some resemblance of that of being full fit, they all of a sudden become dangerous. You throw Motlop in there, who's just probably the enigmatic player within the competition, and all of a sudden they have got a forward line that is very, very hard to match up on.
Still averaging only 84 points a game, which is surprising. There's Brett Ebert, 12 goals for the season, 3 last week. And Jay Schultz gets a chance, the former Tiger. He kicked 6 goals in the opening 5 rounds, then fell out of favour. And what about Jacob Surgeon? Interesting player, 17 possessions in the last 2 weeks, so they're down on his run from the back.
Yeah, I think he's been given more jobs as well. They've been asking him to do things that are probably out of his comfort zone. But he's a wonderful player. You'll see him improve as the season gets on. But this bloke, what
Speaking
a story.
of surgeons, his surgeon should get a medal.
Knighted, he should
We'll be talking with him, David Roden, at half-time. So we're set to go. Sunday football, it's Port Adelaide and Carlton in Adelaide.
It's been terrific, Eddie Betts, hasn't he? Not just this year, but over the last 4 or 5. He says he's the general down there with Garlett and also Yaron. It's an interesting forward line. In fact, both teams have got very interesting forward lines today with Port Adelaide. And a big weekend for umpiring and respect for umpiring. Perfect day down to you, Richo. And Richo, I'm really looking forward to the 2 forward line setups today.
Yeah, it's going to be a fascinating duel, but the key player to get it into that Port Adelaide forward line is going to be Daniel Pearce. I've had a good look at him this year. He's their chief ball carrier and playmaker now, and second in the AFL at putting it inside 50, and when he does, he's got a beautiful left foot leg, and that's going to be good for the likes of Jay Schultz down there. Big opportunity for Jay. Choco Williams was happy with him pre-season. With Treadray out, it's a real chance for him in the next month or so to establish himself in this Port Adelaide team. It's a great day. It's going to be a fantastic day for footy down here, Bruce.
Thanks for that, Richo.
Shake of the hands there with the goal umpire as well. What a glorious day. A bit of light cloud about, but ideal football conditions. Hardly a breath of breeze. Crowd is built up, but not a vast crowd.